Hey, Alex, we've got some breaking news in the electric motorcycle world.
Yeah, this is huge news. Probably the biggest electric bike news we've ever covered because this is a major Japanese brand, one of the big four, bringing out two all-electric bikes to the market for the first time, and they're coming to the US.
Yeah, they just announced the e-1 and the ZE1. In this video, we're going to give you all of the details. We're going to let you know what makes them unique. We're going to let you know how fast they are. Not very.
Nope.
And we're going to talk about the competition, like the Zero. How long has Zero been around, Alex? Good God, it's got to be over 10 years.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it feels like the past few years they've really started making some more quality products. Some of the newer stuff is really good. But yeah, they've been around a long time, a lot longer than these.
All right, well, let's talk about an important entrant into the electric motorcycle world, Kawasaki. So tell me about the bikes, Alex.
Yeah, so we've got two bikes here, the e-1 and the ZE1, and they look very familiar if you know Kawasaki's current lineup. So we have a fully fared e-1, which looks identical to their current Ninja 400, and then we have a naked version of that same bike, the ZE1, and that looks just like their naked 400, which is called the Z400. So styling-wise, these look just like their gas-powered siblings that you can still buy at a dealership today.
Yeah, and now here's where it gets a little tricky because the look and the performance necessarily don't go together. I mean, those bikes look like maybe a 600cc bike or higher, but they're not.
Yeah, no.
What's the top speed?
So, and those bikes I was just talking about, the 400 class gas bikes, they're even quicker than these. So, top speed depends what mode you're in. There's two ride modes, Eco and Road. So in Eco, top speed on the fully fared bike, 37 miles per hour, and on the naked, the ZE1, 35 miles per hour. Now, if you jump up to road mode, it gets a little quicker, 52 miles an hour on the E1 and 49 on the ZE1, but there is a little bit of a boost mode, so you can get a 15-second boost, kind of like you're playing a video game, bumps it up to 65.
You know, it's funny, with electric bikes, not motorcycles, they've kind of crossed into the realm of motorcycles, right? There's this kind of this gray area where you are definitely past what is a typical bicycle, but not quite yet up to a motorcycle. So like a cake, for instance, has the power of a motorcycle, but looks like a bicycle. This to me seems to be going the other way. It looks like a motorcycle, but kind of has the power, distance and speed of an e-bike. So tell me about the range.
Range is about 44 miles, and obviously that's going to vary a little bit depending on what kind of riding you're doing, but I mean, if you're doing much more than city riding on this bike, you're a little crazy, to be honest. But yeah, now looking at just kind of what's pushing this down the road, it's a 5 kilowatt motor. It's got a peak rating of 9 kilowatts. And the battery setup is a little interesting in this bike because it's actually got two batteries. So that's not just one.
Yeah, that's kind of the cool part. We'll show the picture, but when you open up the gas tank, there are two removable batteries. Each of them are 1.5 kilowatt hours?
Yeah, exactly. So just about 3 kilowatt hours total. They're 50.4 volt batteries, and they're really lightweight, a little over 25 pounds each. So they've got a little handle on the top, and you can pull them out, bring them into your apartment, and charge them. I imagine this is a bike a lot of city people are going to be buying. So that's a really cool feature and something we really haven't seen before.
Yeah, tell me about the shared aspect of the batteries. You were telling me that this is something that not just Kawasaki is going to be manufacturing, but something that's going to be shared among all of the Japanese brands.
Yeah, that's the hope. I mean, we don't have anything confirmed from Kawasaki with this specific battery pack or these specific bikes, but for the past few years, there's been big talk about the four major Japanese brands, that being Kawasaki, Suzuki, Yamaha, and Honda, all coming together to use a shared battery system. And there hasn't been much more info beyond that. People are kind of speculating whether that's just going to mean shared chargers or like battery stations where you can actually go and put your battery in and take somebody else's and ride away.
Like the Chinese do that. You can swap batteries in cars. They have stations where you drive in. It's like a like a grease monkey, and they take out the used battery and put in a new one. This obviously would be much easier because you can remove them because they're much smaller. Do we have charge rates on these batteries?
Yeah, we do. So 3.7 hours each, that's per battery. If you're doing just not a full charge, it's about 1.6 hours from 20 to 85%. And if you've got both batteries fully drained down, a little less than 7.5 hours to bring them both back from 0 to 100.
Yeah, that's not exactly a lightning, 150 kilowatt rate.
No.
Let me put this in perspective. If you guys have been checking out all of our videos, alltfl.com, you'll note that we just bought the cheapest and I would say the worst electric car in America for $5,000. It's the Candy K27, and that has a battery size of, I believe it's 17 kilowatt hours, which gets your EPA range of 59 miles, maybe a little bit more, and a top speed of 35. Now, these motorcycles are at 3 kilowatt hours. So, gosh, that is very tiny even for a motorcycle. So I'm kind of wondering, is this the first step, hopefully, in bigger and better Japanese e-bikes to come? And e-bikes, I mean motorcycles.
Yeah, I hope so. And I mean, this is definitely a different approach. And I think one of the reasons is to keep the cost down and make this an entry-level bike that gets people into riding. Totally different from like Livewire and Zero that both offer DC fast charging and have giant connectors under the tank, and you can go charge next to a Ford Lightning at a public charging station. This is plug into a standard household outlet, 3 ways to charge, either in the bike or bring the batteries into your house or apartment, charge them standalone or in a charging dock. So different approach. Yes, I'd love to see some more advanced bikes coming from Kawi in the future, but this is a good start.
All right, let's talk about the most important stuff. How much are they?
The price is pretty impressive. $7,299 for the naked bike and $7,599 for the e-1.
And when are they going to be hitting the showrooms?
October, and it is October, so
wow.
Right now.
So, I'm looking at the design of this, and I love the look of it, right? I mean, but I worry a little bit. Sometimes vehicles, even motorcycles, fail because they kind of write a check that they can't cash. And I would bring the i8, the BMW i8 is one of those, right? It was one of the first hybrids. And the problem with that one was it was very expensive and it didn't have the power to match the looks. To me, these motorcycles, looking at them, they look like sport bikes.
Yeah.
But dude, I mean, 61 mile an hour top speed, in sport mode or whatever that is not going to boost.
That's for 15 seconds too. That's a little 15-second boost, and then that's all you get. So yeah, I mean, I agree. It's exciting news, but I think it's dulled down a little bit by the fact that these aren't really performance-oriented bikes. I'm excited to ride them, but I think they'd get a little boring a little quickly.
Let me talk about some other specifications. Do we have any regen? Do we know about that?
There is regen,
okay, tell me about that.
And they don't have a lot of information. All they said is that when the battery gets below 60% charge, the regen will activate, and then it'll start putting power back into the battery, and then it'll slowly taper off as it starts to reach a full charge.
And I'm guessing at this, but no transmission, right? It's just
nope. It's just it's still chain driven, but it's just twist and go, no gears to shift through.
I'm personally excited. This seems like a fun bike to commute, to work on. Certainly a city bike. You're not going to go, carving canyons for very long in this, but it's nice to have a bike that looks like a motorcycle and that is driven by electricity. It's got to be quick 0 to 60, right? Do we know that? Have they announced that?
They haven't put that out.
No.
I mean,
well, maybe not quick 0 to 61.
The only way it'll get to 60 is if you enable that boost mode, though. So, you have to make sure you've got enough in that. Look, I mean, I'm excited about this. I think it's cool for the new motorcycle rider. There's, obviously been a decline in riders on the road, and there's a ton of excitement about electric vehicles, and there's not a ton of excitement about big screaming 200 horsepower liter bikes. So if this is what gets people to ride as an electric bike that isn't $30,000, that's affordable, then by all means, I'm super excited for it.
And I've ridden a bunch of Hondas that are now fully automatic, and I think getting rid of the gears for a purist is like sacrilege, but for a beginner is easier, right? If you don't have to shift, it makes getting your motorcycle endorsement that much easier. Well, anyway, guys, thank you for joining us. Remember, check out alltfl.com to stay up on the latest and greatest in not just motorcycle news, but trucks, cars, off-road, EVs, and, well, everything else that's got 2 or 4 wheels. See you guys next time. Ciao.